I lost 125 pounds in 2018 in 11 months, eating keto and eventually carnivore. And I just wanted to talk about that, introduce you to my channel. So, yeah, I'm Jeff, and this is my channel, Jeff Eats Keto. I may change that name, I don't know. Anyway, uh, yeah, in 2018, I was 323 pounds. I had lost 20 pounds, I think, just by walking and that. I was down to 323 from close to 350, actually. I was quite sick. I was a diabetic, uh, had high blood pressure. I had a lot of health problems. I had fatty liver. Uh, so I was going to the diabetic clinic and following their advice, and nothing was working. Sorry. So I believe it was December of 2018, at the end of November, actually. I went on YouTube and I was lucky enough to stumble upon Dr. Ken Berry. And at the time, he was talking about keto and could it reverse type 2 diabetes. And I thought, well, I just assumed it would be a joke, just another foolish video. But I watched it and I really thought, can this be true? Is this actually real? Can you eat that type of food and actually reverse your diabetes, right? Uh, I was taking, I believe, 9 pills, three different prescriptions, but 9 pills in total a day, just to manage my blood sugar, which was high. It was very high. My family doctor wanted to put me on insulin as well, and that was the final straw. Right, I knew I had to change something. So yeah, I started eating a really meat heavy keto diet. I was eating red meat, fatty red meat, a lot of fish, wild fish, eggs, butter, bacon, uh, and I was eating some vegetables. I was eating like kale and spinach and green beans and Brussels sprouts. And uh, yeah, so I ate that way, and everything just changed so quickly. It was quite amazing. Within within a week, my blood sugars were coming down. My high blood pressure was coming down. I actually, and I don't recommend, doing what I did. I stopped my blood pressure pills and that. I mean, you should really talk to your doctor. Uh, yeah, and when I really started going, like the weight come off so quick, it was almost unbelievable. It really was. It was. I had a mindset that I was going to follow the diet, and yeah, I could feel myself getting better, and I felt so much better. I was tracking at the time. I was using Carb Manager, and I was tracking my carbs. I kept everything 20 grams of carbs and below per day. Kept my fat intake really high and a moderate amount of protein, and it worked so well. Around I think 6 months, 5 months, 5 months into it, I started. Well, the kale and the spinach I stopped eating fairly quickly because the oxalates in it was causing me to have gout flare ups that were just unbelievable. And I'll talk more about oxalates and things later on, but in another video. But yeah, so around 5 months, I started eating less vegetables, and basically, I just slipped right into the carnivore diet, and that was an absolute life changer. It really was. as good as keto was and is, I still eat mainly a keto. It's a mix of keto carnivore right now. Uh, Carnivore was just amazing. It was my brain was I could think so clearly, and it was really amazing. I highly recommend. Well, I recommend starting on keto at least, but yeah. So anyway, I started. It was December the 4th, I want to say, of 2018 that I started. Uh, I weighed myself in November of 2019. I was weighing myself every week, but after it was 11 months, a little over 11 months, I was down to 197 pounds from 323. So I think that's 126 pounds. Uh, by December, the end of December that year, I was down to 194. That was the lowest I went. But I lost the weight so quickly. It was too quickly. Uh, if I could go back, I would maybe do it a little bit differently. Uh, I felt fantastic. I looked horrible. I mean, you drop you drop that much weight that quick. You don't really look good, right? I look sick. But that changed. It only took a few months, and I started looking, normal looking, whatever normal is for me. But yeah, it was an amazing thing. So then for several years, I just ate carnivore, strict carnivore. I was eating red meat, a lot of wild meat. I hunt, and a lot of my meat is wild meat, deer meat, bear meat, some moose meat. Uh, and I maintained a weight of I was between 197 and 202 pounds. I stayed right in that for approximately 3 years, I think it was. Uh, then later on, my mother was she became ill. She had cancer. So I was looking after her. That was tough, and I don't want to use that as an excuse because, you know, we're all we're all we're all responsible for our own lives, right? What we eat. I could have made the choices to just continue carnivore, and that's what I should have did. But during that time, I started to slip a little bit, and it became like a once a month thing. I would have I would have takeout with mom, and we'd have pizza usually or something like that. And that once a month thing quickly turned into once a week. I started allowing diet pop or diet soda back into my diet, and that was a horrible, horrible thing. I was really addicted to diet cola, right, and previous to keto, and for those 3 or 4 years, I hadn't drank any, and it was just water. Is all I was drinking, and coffee. I drank coffee with butter in it, and that was terrible. It really was. And anyway, so I started seeing a gradual weight gain. It was very slow, but so as anyone who is a former, and I mean it's a curb addiction, right? It's what it is. I can't eat a slice of bread like people say about sourdough and it's that, but for me, if I could eat one slice, maybe I could do that. But if I have a loaf of sourdough bread, chances are by the end of the day, that loaf of bread is going to be at least half gone. Right? I just can't. I can't moderate carbs. Right? I just can't. I can't do it. But in my mind, I thought I could. Right. So anyway, over the last number of years, I ended up gaining back. Uh, well, I went from, say an average of 200 pounds. I stayed about 200 pounds for those 3 to 4 years, and now I weigh uh, 230. So I gained back roughly 30 pounds. Uh, So that's where I'm at right now. It's September of 2025, Friday. I don't know the date. Let me have a quick look here. It's the 5th, September the 5th. Sorry, I was looking at the calendar. September 5th, 2025. And, I really need to get my health back on track. I've been slipping a bit. I've been eating some carbs that I shouldn't be eating, and potatoes is a thing that I love. I love potatoes, and I started slipping up, and I was adding them back into my diet. And a carb is a carb, right? It just when you start, you can't stop. It leads to other carbs. It leads to cravings. It leads to overeating. It just leads to so much, right? So I thought my original weight loss in 2018. My son always said to me, "Dad, I wish you would have made a YouTube channel, and people would have been amazed at the weight you lost, right? And how quickly you lost it." So I thought, well, what the hell? I'm going to start today. I'm starting today. Uh, and I'm going to weigh myself and all that. And I'm going to do once a week. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to check in, and yeah, I'll update my weight every week, and I'll include a little video of what I've been eating. But I plan on eating. It's going to be carnivore, but there will be some vegetables like green beans. I don't really know. I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I do eat a few mushrooms and onions. That's more of the keto part, right? So it'll be like, say, mushrooms, onions, green beans, uh, maybe some beets. I eat an odd time. I eat some beets, just boiled with butter. But for the most part, it'll be bacon and eggs. It'll be a lot of deer meat actually right now because hunting season's soon starting. I still have some meat from last year. Be some beef, moose meat. Yeah, I'll show you what I eat, and if you're interested in recipes, I mean, I don't really have any recipes, but maybe as things go along, I'll include a few different meal ideas or something. And so anyway, my goal is to drop this 30 pounds. I really want to get down under 200 again. I felt so good, right? I mean, I can tell that it's I'm having a hard time with the weight, and especially with hunting season coming. I'm walking a lot in the woods now, and I notice it, right? I notice a lot. And I got to smarten up. I really need to. I need to do this for me. And I thought I'd bring you along. Maybe you'd enjoy it. Maybe somebody would get some inspiration from it. Keto is a fantastic diet. It really is. And another thing with carnivore and keto, really, but carnivore especially, it's very difficult to convince your friends and family that you're not going to die or something, right? I always say the hardest part of starting keto or carnivore is your family, right? You need your family to be supportive, and a lot of times, they'll see you. Sorry, they'll see you eating all this fatty meat and butter, and they think something's going to happen to you. But meanwhile, while you're gaining, hundreds of pounds or whatever you gain, they don't say anything about you eating, a bag of chips or a cheeseburger from McDonald's. I mean, that's the way it is, right? So with the keto diet, you are eating some vegetables, no fruit. I mean, just stay away from the fruit. Don't listen to the foolishness about honey. It's sugar. Right? It's all sugar. Believe me, if you're healthy, you can probably eat honey and a little bit of fruit and be fine. If you're not, if you're diabetic or you have other issues, fruit and honey are just sugar, and it's a horrible, horrible thing to do. It will totally mess up your weight loss. If your goal is weight loss, just stay away from fruit and honey. You don't need it, and please don't, just don't do it. I tried it, and it's completely threw me off the rails. But anyway, we'll talk about that later, maybe. So yeah, yeah. But with keto, you're eating some vegetables, and it's easier for your family to get on board, and that's the main thing, right? You want that support. You want people to say, oh, I'm glad you're doing this for yourself. Yeah. So I recommend anyone thinking about it start with keto. Uh, get a list of the keto approved vegetables, eat those, and just make sure you eat your fatty red meat, your eggs, and your butter and fish, and eat enough. You have to eat enough, right? Most people undereat. They think of it as a diet, and it's not really a diet. It's your body. You're just nourishing your body, right? And especially on carnivore, people think, well, I got to limit what I eat. And I mean, you eat till you're full. You really do. You eat, if it's 2 pounds of meat, it's 2 pounds of meat. If it's a pound, it's a pound. It's whatever fills you, right? So I'm gonna try to. It'll be mainly carnivore what I'm eating, but you may see some, like I said before, the vegetables that I'll be eating will be occasional. You'll see it, and yeah, I'm just doing this. I really need to change things, and I want to hold myself accountable. And I thought, well, a weekly weigh-in, and we'll talk about how things are going. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm definitely not a doctor, so you know, take that for what it is. If you're thinking of starting it, maybe discuss it with your doctor first. And again, don't do what I did and stop medications and that. But basically, I was on 18 different prescriptions, and after a year on keto and then carnivore, I take nothing. I haven't taken anything since 20 late 28. Sorry, late 2019. Yeah, I started 2018. Yeah, so it's been a while. I haven't taken any prescriptions. The odd Tylenol, or even that, your inflammation will come way down, and the need for any kind of like a Tylenol or an Advil will be almost completely gone. So anyway, yeah, I have another video I posted of just a few of my meals that I've been eating lately here. Uh, I'd love it if you'd like the video and subscribe. I'd really like to see some subscribers, and you know, it would be fantastic if I could help someone. I kind of wish I would have done this at the start. So many people need to get their health back. I mean, I'm in Canada, right? But North America in general is a just nations of sick people, right? There's no need of it. We don't need to be sick. We can be healthy and happy. And happy is the main thing, right? When you start eating a high fat diet and zero carb or low carb and no sugar. I mean, the sugar is just poison. When you start eating that way, your happiness is just unreal, right? I suffered with depression and anxiety, and as long as I eat properly, I feel amazing, absolutely amazing. It's when I add a little bit of carbs in or a little bit of sugar. It's just horrible. It's horrible. The depression comes right back. But okay, guys. Anyway, I'm rambled on for 20 minutes here, so yeah, I'll check back in. I'll try to do it every Friday. It'll be the plan going forward. And again, please like and subscribe. Leave any questions you have in the comments or any of your own experiences. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.